when the music is ending, it's time for us to talk.
Always time to talk when the music ends. All right. Hello,
Yes.
Carol.
Hi, Boyd. How are you?
I'm having a great day. How are you?
Having a great day too. Thank you.
Good. Can you believe it's already episode 4?
Oh, already. Wow.
Today,
hmm
we're going to be talking about what you want your credit report to look like before you even apply for funding.
hmm
This ought to be helpful for people.
Absolutely. Very
Yeah.
helpful.
So last week, we talked about Nicole in Illinois and how her credit report was so favorable that she ended up getting a little bit more money than she'd asked for in the syndicated line of credit.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of key components of her credit report that made that possible. Do you remember what they were?
Yes, very strong credit report. Her credit score was 779.
Yep.
And then her overall utilization was 42.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
No derogatories or inquiries. It was
Not a
great.
one. Yeah, she
hmm
was a great candidate, great candidate.
Yes.
And we also talked last week about some of the reasons why people don't get funded. And even after telling that horrible, sad story about getting taken by the Volkswagen dealer, I forgot to mention one of the most important backup secret weapons that we have to help somebody who's having trouble getting funded. And I'm not going to say what it is now. I'm going to wait to the end because we still have to talk about all the things that you want, how you want your credit report to appear before you actually submit and apply for funding. So, gonna make you wait. Gonna make everybody wait here for a few minutes. So, all right.
Mhm.
Okay. So, from the top, what's the most important and the first thing we look at on someone's credit report when they apply for funding?
The very first thing, of
Very
course,
first thing,
the credit score.
credit score. And
Yes.
our options begin with a
680. And if it's looking above 700, even better.
even better. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fabulous. 700, great place to be.
Yes.
We can start with a 680. Okay, all right.
hmm
So if somebody's credit score is under 680,
hmm
should they be applying?
We have to take a look about quite a few other criterias.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, we can still work. We have even people who's
Exactly.
like, oh, you know what? Just wait. I wanted to get my score a little higher.
Yep.
I'm not in a rush. I can wait. I can have a little room to make some payments if they need to lower that overutilization
Uh-huh.
or eliminate those derogatory. So it just depends. But yeah, highly
Yeah.
recommend.
You can still apply.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to do some work to get you where we want you to be. So,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. So, when we talk about how the credit report needs to appear, we just hit the fact you really have to have a 680 or
Mm-hmm.
higher on your FICO score. And then you would look at credit card utilization, and we can go as high as 45% on that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing we look at the amount of inquiries that somebody has on their credit report. What does it say to a lender if somebody has a ton of inquiries?
Well, that says that they're applying too much
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
for those credits.
hmm
New cars, we have cases that they're being car shopping, and voila, they have already in
Whoa.
one day 6 inquiries
Yes.
already, which is not good. So always be
Yeah.
careful with that. Or
That's right.
trying desperate to apply for new cards when maybe on one bank already have said like, not at the moment, thank you, and people keep insisting on it. Not good. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly right.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so it can say a couple of things.
Mhm.
Somebody is desperately searching for financing, and that's a red flag, and the banks don't like that. But you brought up the car dealer. Oh, these car dealers again.
I
Here we go.
know.
Because if you sit down with the finance manager at the car dealer, they'll check your credit, right? Because they're going to try and find you a loan to buy that car. But sometimes they'll do 3, 4, 5, or 6 hard inquiries just like that before you even know what's happened. And now this is negatively affecting your credit going forward. How many
Yeah.
times have we seen on someone's credit inquiry list like 4 from the same day? Hyundai dealer, Toyota dealer, Chevy dealer. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, we can tell you were car shopping that day.
Yes, and that person was like, wait a minute, no, but my credit score a few days ago was higher. The
Mhm.
score was higher, and what happened? Well, let us tell you,
The car dealer
it
let
happened.
you down. Yeah,
Yes.
the car dealer happened. And so that's a problem. And many people don't even realize that did happen, that all those credit inquiries were put on in the same day from one dealer or multiple car dealers. Or maybe they have been looking for a lot of credit lately, and either way that can cause a problem. We want to see maybe four or fewer inquiries, hard pull inquiries in a 24-month period. The older they are, the less important they are, and they eventually fall off. But in this case, if somebody has a lot of them, it might get in the way of their funding. Interesting point. Earlier today, I had a client seeking a term loan, and they were denied for two reasons. They had too many inquiries, and they hadn't taken a loan in a recent enough time. Like, wait a minute, which is it? Is it they're asking for credit? They're not getting the credit.
But
It
they're
was
not
crazy.
using it? Like, what's
Yeah, it
that?
was crazy. It's like, you got to be kidding me. So anyway, we're working a different way for that. So too many inquiries. How can we get rid of those inquiries? Do we have to wait until they eventually drop off, or is there somebody we know, Carol, who might be able to help?
Please don't wait. Even
Don't
if
wait.
you have an idea of business and just still on the planning and is just in the near future, start working. Like you always said, the time is yesterday. Like
Yeah,
you have a
yeah,
beautiful saying. Um, so no, start working right now. And like we said, you can start trying doing it on yourself, making the
hmm
phone call, and but it's always kind of a big ordeal. Or we
yeah.
have our inquiry specialist, Mr. Daniel.
Mr. Daniel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is amazing in what he does, and that's what he does every day, all day.
yeah.
So
He's an
um,
attorney who just does denial removal, inquiry removal. Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Hey, why don't like just one less thing to worry about. You contact directly, pay him directly, and we'll give the information, and you're good to go in a few days or a week, about a
yep. It
week.
typically takes a week. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then in the very next cycle in your credit card, you're gonna see reflected.
yeah.
Um,
We've seen some
so
go from 10 to 2 in a week. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. He's quite good. And we have another new person now as well who's had success doing that too. And so we have a couple of people. If Daniel's too busy, we have somebody else who can help. And so that's nice. And like you mentioned, if somebody wants to, we'll give you the sheet, the how-to sheet of who to call, what to say, how to get those things taken off. But I mentioned last week, it was Melody, one of our clients in the spring, said, "Well, I don't want to pay someone to do that. I'll do it myself." So I sent her the how-to sheet, and the next day she said, "Give me the guy's number. I can't do this myself." And so he did it, and everything went great. But getting those inquiries down to a reasonable number really can make a big difference on whether or not you get approved, and then how much do you get approved for if you're needing funding. So, all right, so it is possible
It
to
is.
dig out from underneath that. Okay, so that take with knowing that we can get rid of a lot of those inquiries and make the credit report look better. The next thing on the list are the derogatory comments. Give me examples of the kinds of derogatory comments that get left on credit reports.
Well, I'm gonna give you kind of a list from the range of importance because
Mhm.
so one of the most important ones is the late payment,
Late payments, 30 days late,
30,
60 days
60
late,
days.
90 days late.
And
Mhm.
they keep the count.
Yeah, yeah,
So
they do. And occasionally we'll see somebody who has really great credit and there's only one 30-day late payment on there. And most lenders will ignore that. But if there's two or three or four or lots, that gets hard to ignore. And so that becomes an issue for the lenders. Okay, so late
yeah,
payments is one.
late payments, disputes. If you have
Disputes.
disputes, yeah, they're looking into that too. It's kind of like they're watching how is your behavior, in
Yeah,
your finances.
Yep. Yep.
Collections.
Yes.
Collections is one of
If
the hardest ones. And
if
yeah.
you have had something go to collections, that's a big red flag, and you need to get that taken care of. And our friends at ASAP Credit Repair are very, very good at getting those things minimized or removed, right? Okay. Um,
Yes.
what's even
Charge.
worse? Oh yeah,
Okay.
charge offs.
Charge
Yep,
offs. So
charge
yeah,
offs.
which happen. We can see that common, very common.
Yep. Yep.
Bankruptcy.
That's the worst one.
Bankruptcy. Yeah.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
don't want that because we were looking into that. And for example, the chapter 7 will take about 10 years to
Yep.
be erased, gone from your credit report. And
Mhm.
you don't want that because in the case that you need financing, that's going to be there. Yes.
Yep.
Uh, a black spot that you don't want.
So speaking of bankruptcy, there's two kinds of bankruptcy that we're probably going to see on someone's credit report. The Chapter 7, like you mentioned, which stays on for 10 years.
10 years.
That's a long
That's a
time.
long time. And then
That's a situation in which somebody has to sell everything they have to come up with as much cash as they can to pay as many creditors as they can. And then a chapter 13, that's more for business really, but it's
7.
where the court gives you time to restructure things and figure things out, and creditors have to wait until you pay them. But if we see either one on the credit report, it's there for 7 years or 10 years, and it's really hard to get financing for somebody that has that on there.
Yes.
And not even ASAP credit can get rid of that, right? Our
Hmm.
friends there, they can't.
No, and starting a new business or starting all over is going to be harder unless we use our secret
Unless
weapon.
you're hinting at something here. Okay.
Yeah.
So as I explained last week, I was 23 and I went and leased a new car, and I was so excited about it. This beautiful new car, this incredible payment. I was just out of college. I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. And they let me drive it home. And the next morning, the dealership called me and they said, "We're sorry, you just don't have enough credit. We shouldn't have done the lease. You either need to bring the car back or get a cosigner." And so I was able to call my dad and get him to co-sign through the miracle of fax machines, right? We sent these documents back and forth, but he co-signed for me and I kept the car and never missed a payment. So the secret weapon we're alluding to is
Co-signer program.
the co-signer program.
Yes.
Exactly.
What a relief to have that option.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
I'm thinking a lot of businesses and people and during COVID time that lost everything. That is not long ago. So
Yeah.
this is another way. It's not the end of the road. This is a great possibility, and we've seen it work.
Yes. Yes. Both the primary programs that we use to help people get funded as startups and as entrepreneurs, the syndicated line of credit and the personal term loans, both will accept a cosigner.
Hmm.
So if my credit is not good, I need to find somebody
Like
with
your
better
parent,
credit.
yes,
Yep.
someone like a sibling or a family relative, your parents, a
Mhm.
great friend. But yes, it needs to have a really nice credit history with a great credit report, great credit score, no
Yep.
derogatories, no
Yeah.
inquiries.
Sure.
They can be ready to have that yes from the lenders or the bank to okay, let's lend some money. So it really, we've seen it. It had helped quite a few people that were kind of like, okay, I don't have more options. Do you have any options? I remember.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
like, we actually do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And some people are really glad to hear that they can get a cosigner, and if they can convince them to sign and help them out, they will. But some people actually hate the idea. Like, oh no, I would never drag so and so into my. So it's just like when we suggest sometimes to get a home equity loan, people are like, oh no, I'll never touch my house. And some people are like, yeah, what a great option. So there are a lot of personal emotions that get
Yeah.
caught up in the equation, but it is an option. And if it's your last option, you might be glad it's there.
Yes, they could. You
Yeah.
know what had caught my attention though, and this has been quite a few women though. Like, um, I know I would just be coming from being a stay-at-home mom or just, being under my husband's wing, but I want to do this on my own.
Mhm.
I want to try it on my own. Let me know what we can do and start from there. And so there's still options. There's still,
Yes.
mhm,
Yeah. That's the name of the game. Options, right? That's what we
mhm.
bring. Options. So, all right. So let's review and let's not forget the secret weapon that I forgot last time. So
Okay.
if somebody's going to apply for funding, their credit report needs to look like this. They
About
need a good credit score beginning at
680.
680,
Mm-hmm.
credit utilization below
45.
45%.
45%.
Ideally, they don't have more than 4 inquiries in a 24-month period.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do,
Yes, we have to take a look and see how serious they are, or we have our inquiry specialists
we have our couple specialists who can
yeah,
help.
Mr.
Yep.
Daniel, so they can
Yep.
eliminate those.
Yep.
And no derogatory comments, please.
Please no. Even if
Mm-hmm.
there are, we'll refer you to our friends at ASAP Credit
ASAP
Repair,
credit repair.
and we'll see what they can do as fast as possible to get that repaired. Because as we know, anytime you improve your credit score, you pay less for stuff. So you always want to do that. But in this case, most people are just looking for funding to
Mm-hmm.
start a business or buy a business or keep their business going. Um, Bankruptcies, we really can't do much about. They just have to let the time go until they fall off somebody's credit report. But no matter what, our secret weapon always, that last option is
Co-signer program.
co-signer program.
Be a
Exactly. All right.
spouse, a relative, friend, you name it. But if
Yeah.
that person has a good credit history and a good credit report, it's perfect
Yep.
candidate to
Yep.
help you. And it's been beautiful because I've seen a lot of dads,
Mhm.
helping out their sons or daughters. So it's like, okay. So it's nice to see that.
Yep. My dad has helped me in my business career, and I have helped my 4 kids with theirs as well. The money just goes back and forth both ways, and you give back what was given to you, and maybe sometimes it's a friend. It's not always a parent, but sometimes it's a friend or a sibling or just a um, somebody who's in a position to help you who agrees to take a risk and help you. So it's
Mhm.
nice that it's there.
Yeah, so that got me thinking like you never know if even it's not for you, having a good credit is always handy
That's right.
because you never know when you're gonna need it even for one of your loved ones.
That's true. That's true. If not for yourself, for someone else, right? Keep that credit score high. Yeah. Okay. You know what I think I hear is our music.
Yes,
There it
chance
is.
has come
Okay.
to an end.
Yes, it has. So, great conversation today. Thank you. And we will
Next
join up together again.
episode.
Next episode, our next episode. So, until then, Carol,
Have a great day. And when the banks say no, what?
it's not the end of the road. There's lots of other roads we can take,
Even the cosigner program.
even the co-signer program. Yep.
Co-Otro Financial. We're here to help.
Absolutely. All right. See you later.